All right, Isaac, thank you. It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's time for our Top 4 in 4 countdown, where I review the top 4 stories of the week in 4 minutes. Let's begin. First up, headline number 4. There's no doubt about it. This election season was nothing short of stressful, no matter what side of the political aisle you are on. And if you're feeling kind of stiff lately, well, you're not the only one. How about this for a mental break? Yes, the Sunrise crew accepted the mannequin challenge. As you can see, we have myself and Steve at the green wall desk. And if you look to the left, that's our floor director, Elizabeth, along with Chris, our production assistant. And if you look a little further, you can see the mannequin king himself, Isaac, stiff as a board at the weather wall. Now, if you don't know, the mannequin challenge involves a group of people being completely still in mid-action poses, often while playing a song. There you see our producer, Quinn, getting enough of her coffee, and our audio worker, Jay, trying not to laugh during this challenge. So it's taken the internet by storm as celebrities, athletes, students, and even politicians have joined in on this viral craze. As you can see, our staff could not wait to get in on the fun, striking dramatic poses on the news desk and even behind the scenes. All right, now to some serious headlines now. Up next, headline number 3, jury deliberations will stretch into a third day in the murder trial of a white former police officer who fatally shot an unarmed black man during a traffic stop last year near the University of Cincinnati. Hamilton County Judge Megan Shanahan sequestered the jury of 10 whites and 2 blacks for a second night Thursday and told them to resume deliberating this morning. The judge says jurors requested to review testimony by experts on police use of deadly force. 26-year-old Ray Tensing has said he feared for his life when 43-year-old Sam Du Bois tried to drive away. Authorities, downtown businesses, and schools have been monitoring developments closely. Some businesses released employees early yesterday, and at least 2 schools closed in anticipation of a verdict that could bring strong reactions. Meanwhile, the prosecution is calling witnesses for a 6th day in the murder trial of a former South Carolina police officer charged in the death of a black motorist. Former North Charleston patrolman Michael Slager is charged in the shooting of 50-year-old Walter Scott as he ran away from a traffic stop back in April of last year. Cell phone video that captured Scott being shot in the back stunned the nation. The prosecution has called 23 witnesses to lay out its case that although Slager may have been provoked by Scott running away, there was no justification for shooting him 5 times. The defense has countered that the investigation was botched. Defense attorney Andy Savage noted Wednesday that people using a toy metal detector found bullets at the scene missed by state investigators. Up next, headline number 2, the raw divisions exposed by the presidential race were on full display across America on Wednesday as protesters flooded city streets to condemn Donald Trump's surprise election. Police said most of the demonstrations were peaceful, but some did grow violent. From New England to heartland cities like Kansas City and along the West Coast, many thousands of demonstrators carried flags and anti-Trump signs, disrupting traffic and declaring that they refuse to accept Trump's triumph. Flames lit up the night sky in California cities Wednesday as thousands of protesters burned a giant papier-mâché Trump head in L.A. and started fires in Oakland intersections. Meanwhile, in San Francisco, as many as 1,000 protesters marched along Market Avenue, one of the city's main thoroughfares, to join a vigil in the Castro district, a predominantly gay neighborhood. In Chicago, where thousands had recently poured into the streets to celebrate the Chicago Cubs' first World Series victory in over a century, several thousand people marched through the Loop. They gathered outside the Trump Tower, chanting, "Not my president." There were other Midwest protests, marches in Omaha, Nebraska, and Kansas City, Missouri. Finally, headline number 1, the presidential election that shocked the nation. When President-elect Donald Trump and his family move into the White House, they will move in January, but before that happens, the transition process must begin. Donald Trump arrived in D.C. yesterday for his meeting with President Barack Obama. While Trump huddled with the president in the Oval Office, his wife Melania Trump will meet privately, she met privately, that is, with First Lady Michelle Obama. Trump also met with Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell at the Capitol and had lunch with House Speaker Paul Ryan. Trump's transition team has launched a new website and Twitter account as the Republican prepares to take office. Visitors to greatagain.gov can find information on Trump's policies as well as biographical information about the Republican. The website also includes a notice that it's looking to fill 4,000 slots for presidential appointees, but doesn't have instructions on how to apply for those positions. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is leading Trump's transition team. All right, well, be sure to join me next week. I'll be counting down a new list of interesting stories and headlines that everyone is talking about. We're talking politics, breaking news, the interesting headlines that you might have missed, and a whole lot more. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll have more Sunrise after this.